They say comfort is easy, but greatness is born from fire. If you want a quiet life, turn away now. But if you want the kind of presence that makes a woman remember you long after you've gone, stay. This isn't about tricks or sweet words. It's about power, the silent, stoic power that bends emotion through presence. Marcus Aurelius said, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. Shape her emotions, and you shape how she sees you." Traction begins not with gifts or endless words, but with the energy you hold. The essence of emotion. Most men think attraction is won by approval, compliments, jokes, validation. But logic never creates desire. She won't remember your resume or clever lines. She remembers how you made her feel, Epictetus said. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Stay calm while she doubts or tests you, and your stillness becomes unforgettable. She links the emotion fear, curiosity, laughter, even irritation to you. That is the seed of obsession. The power of disruption. If she's cold or distracted, most men chase harder. The Stoic doesn't. You break her script with silence, with a calm remark, with presence that forces her to notice. Seneca said, "Fire tests gold, adversity tests the brave." When she throws storms, don't bend, stand as the fire that refines the moment. The stillness she can't ignore. When she reacts, laughs louder, pauses at your question, or feels unsettled by silence, hold your center. Don't rush to explain. That stillness imprints you in her mind. Think of a time someone surprised you emotionally, a teacher, a stranger. You replayed it later because it was rare. That is what you become to her, the man she replays. Closing. The first principle is simple. Stop trying to be perfect or endlessly entertaining. Focus instead on provoking emotion calmly and purposefully. When you control how she feels, she cannot forget you. Epictetus wrote, "He who has conquered himself is free." When you embody that freedom, you stop chasing affection. You create gravity. The second pillar, anchoring emotion. Emotions by themselves fade quickly. A laugh vanishes in seconds. Tension dissolves. Excitement cools down. But when tied to you, those feelings last. The human mind always seeks a cause, and often it becomes the person closest in that moment. Imagine this. You tease her lightly, and she bursts into laughter. Most men keep joking, trying to extend it. It kills the magic. Instead, pause and say calmly, "That laugh, I like it." Then move on. You didn't claim the moment, you branded it. Every time she recalls that laugh, she links it to you. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." By calmly marking emotional spikes, you become the explanation for her feelings. She doesn't just laugh, she remembers you as the anchor.
Another example.
She vents about a toxic coworker or family stress. Most men nervously change the subject. You remain grounded, meet her eyes, and say, "I can tell you carry more than people realize." Then let silence do the work. That moment ties her vulnerability to your presence. From then on, she sees you as the one who truly sees her. Seneca wrote, "Sometimes even to live is an act of courage." When she feels safe releasing her emotions with you, she feels understood in a way few men provide. And that bond grows deeper than words. Closing of part 2. This is anchoring, connecting her strongest emotions to you. When she feels joy, relief, curiosity, even frustration, your presence becomes the cause. And once that link is formed, she doesn't just like you, she feels drawn to you without knowing why. Marcus Aurelius said, "The happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts." If you become the one who shapes those thoughts through emotion, you become unforgettable. The third pillar, silent control. True power is rarely loud. If she feels you are trying to dominate, she resists. If you seek to impress, she loses respect. But if you move calmly, as if the outcome is already decided, she follows naturally. Machiavelli admired this kind of influence. Leadership without noise. Picture this. Your girlfriend is upset over something small or late reply, a canceled plan. Most men panic, explain endlessly, or over-apologize. But the Stoic stays calm. You listen, then say with quiet certainty, "I get that you're upset. We'll handle it. Sit down. I'll take care of it." You project steadiness, and her storm loses force, Marcus Aurelius said. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. By holding your calm, you prove stronger than her chaos. That calm becomes her safe ground. Another example. You're out with friends, and no one can decide where to eat. Instead of asking repeatedly, you say with quiet authority, "We're going to this spot, you'll like it." Not arrogance, but calm certainty. The hesitation ends. People follow. She notices and feels something primal. This is a man who leads. Seneca wrote, "A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials." Moments of indecision and conflict are your trials. Silent control is how you pass them. Closing of part 3, silent control is not barking orders. Is radiating calm so deeply that following your lead feels like the safest choice. When she senses your quiet authority, attraction becomes trust mixed with desire. Epictetus said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." Master yourself, and she will follow without knowing why. The fourth pillar, tension and withdrawal desire, doesn't grow in comfort, it grows in uncertainty. If you are always available, always predictable, she stops noticing you. But when you give intensity and then withdraw at the peak, you become unforgettable. Machiavelli warned, people cling most tightly to what they fear losing. Picture this. You're with a woman. The chemistry is alive. She laughs and leans closer. Most men stay glued, desperate to hold the moment. Instead, you rise, smile, and say, "I'd love to stay, but I have to go." You leave first. Her body craves more. Her mind replays the scene. Curiosity becomes obsession, Seneca said. It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it. The same applies in love-stretching moments to long wastes their power. Ending at the peak makes it eternal in her memory. In a relationship, imagine a perfect night of closeness and laughter. Instead of dragging it into boredom, you kiss her deeply, whisper goodnight, then roll away. In the silence, she wonders, why did he stop? Why do I want him closer? That gap makes desire burn hotter than constant attention ever could. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Your absence becomes the spark that drives her longing. By stepping back at the height of passion, you turn desire into fire. Closing of part, for the less she has of you in the moment, the more she needs you in the long run. Tension without release lingers, it echoes in her mind. Giving and withholding, you stop being predictable comfort, become the pulse she cannot ignore. The fifth pillar, become the reference point. People do not stay loyal to arguments. They stay loyal to emotions, tied to the person who provoked them. A woman doesn't remember every word, but she remembers how her body reacted in your presence. Excitement, comfort, even jealousy. If she felt it with you, her mind anchors it to you. Imagine this. You meet a woman at a party. Everyone else's small talk fading into the background. But you spark a shift, say something unexpected, tease lightly, and she feels adrenaline. Later at home, her mind replays that moment. No, will you return to her thoughts again and again, Epictetus said. Men are disturbed not by things, but by the view which they take of them. Her perception of you is built not on logic, but on the emotions she associates with your presence. You become the lens through which she sees the moment. In a relationship, your partner comes home stressed. Most men give advice or distraction. You don't. You pull her close, whisper, "I like it when you finally let go." She exhales. Her body softens. That relief ties itself to you.
Ow.
Every time she feels chaos, she knows your presence equals release. Seneca wrote, "He who is brave is free." When she feels relief only with you, her loyalty deepens beyond reason. You become her sanctuary. Closing of part 5, anchoring emotions means becoming the reference point for her strongest feelings. She doesn't just like you, she craves the state of being she only finds near you. And that bond becomes unbreakable, Marcus Aurelius said. Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself and your way of thinking.
Bye.
By shaping her way of thinking through emotion, you become unforgettable. The sixth pillar, quiet dominance. The strongest rulers rarely raise their voices. Their power is felt, not explained. In relationships, the same law applies. You don't demand, beg, or justify. You move as if the outcome is already certain. This quiet dominance makes her follow without knowing why. Imagine you're out with a woman. She hesitates about what to do next. Most men ask endlessly, "Do you want to go here? Are you sure?" That drains all tension. Instead, you say calmly, "Let's check this place. You'll like it." No over-explaining, no waiting for approval. Your certainty pulls her in. Marcus Aurelius said, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." By embodying calm certainty, you don't need to prove, you simply lead. In a relationship, conflict arises as plans fall apart, emotions run high. Most men panic or argue, but you slow your breath, lower your tone, and say, "We'll figure this out. It's handled." Body softens because she feels your steadiness. That grounded presence becomes addictive. Epictetus taught, "No man is free who is not master of himself." Your mastery over yourself makes her trust your direction, even when she doesn't fully understand it. Seneca wrote, "If a man knows not which port he sails, no wind is favorable. Your clarity provides the port." She follows because your presence feels like gravity. Closing of Part 6. Quiet dominance is not force, it is authority rooted in composure. When she feels this, attraction transforms into trust and devotion. You become the axis around which her emotions turn.